Have you ever wondered what the highest damage beast fruit is in Blox fruits? In this video, I just maxed out 600 mastery on every single beast fruit just to find out how much damage each fruit deals. We are going to be using this table to test it out. Starting off with an eagle fruit, we just recently got this rework like 5 months ago. Just to let you know, the stats are on the fruit, and this eagle version is at a full max 100% on the admin panel. Let's have a look at the M1. There is a different version you can charge, and look at how the range is increasing. Alright, it's time to hit an enemy. The M1 without a charge deals 788 damage, and with a charge, it deals 1123 damage. Our first move is Wind Burst, which is just slapping your wing for 3450 for damage. That's the highest damage I've gotten. If you've gotten higher, comment down below. Alright, it's time for our Feather Storm. That looks crazy. It deals 3849 damage for the X move. The next move is Bone Crusher, where you dash towards your enemy, grab them, and smack them down for 1088 damage. Finally, before we move to flight mode, let's test the V move first, Soaring Talon. That deals for 1860 for damage. As you can see, it leaves an explosion effect, and I still wonder if it could go even higher than this. So, I just want to try it again, but this time upside down. It's dealing the same damage. It's fine. It's just for scientific experimentation. And guys, look at this smooth flying ability. The longer you can fly depends on your feather meter, but the thing I wonder is if this transformation increases the damage or not. Let's try M1. What about the other moves? I've already tried every single move, and it doesn't give you a damage boost at all. But when you untransform, the F move's explosion deals 1053 damage. So, the total damage we could get from the eagle fruit is 18,431. Let's continue with our classic Buddha fruit. Once again, all of its moves have been reworked. It's time to become a titan. If you didn't know, the transformation itself also deals damage, and it deals a massive 4,229 damage. The Buddha fruit is currently the only beast fruit in the game that has no M1 attack. I mean, if it did have an M1, it would be crazy. A super ultra Buddha spammer. Now, let's take a look at Heavenly Impact. It deals 4,441 damage. For the C move, I have to charge it up to maximum power and then release it. It deals 8,755 damage. Wow, that's some crazy damage. Let's try to destroy everything with the final move. Wait, 11,208 damage. Oh my god, I never knew the Buddha fruit's ability could get this high. Finally, the F move is just a dash. However, when you grab someone, you can smack them for 3,701. W in the chat for the Buddha fruit. So, the total damage we got for the Buddha fruit is 32,334. Let's continue with our blue chicken fruit. All of its moves have been completely reworked already. Let's have a look at the M1. A classic Marco kick from One Piece, and it deals 2,326 damage. For the Z move, Slap the Wings, it deals 4,229 damage. This second move is a bit unique, as it allows you to rapidly regenerate your HP. However, it drains a lot of energy. The damage it deals is 508 DPH, or damage per hit, but this move is not mainly used for damage. Next, the Flame Exodus, 1,660 for damage. Before checking out the transformation, let's check out the hybrid form first. Look at the way it spreads the flaming aura. Those flames are dealing constant damage at 235 DPH. If your enemy always stands still, this move is very useful. I have already completely checked every single move for the hybrid form, and it's dealing the exact same damage as the human form. Now, let's move on to the full transformation. 4,229 damage, but the M1 damage is completely the same. Let's check out the other move, which deals 5,075 damage. The blue flames attack is also the same, but this time it's much bigger. The C move, Boo, has the same damage, but it leaves a burning fire on the floor that deals around 940 damage. Finally, after you have entered this form, you can press F to attack, which deals 3,383 damage. That completely covers everything for the Phoenix fruit. Alright, the total damage for the blue KFC chicken is 16,191 without the transformation, and with the transformation, it's 21,125. We are currently moving on to the mythical fruit, and the next fruit is Mammoth. The human form of the Mammoth fruit doesn't have an M1, so we're going to move on to our first move, Ancient Cutter, which deals 3,806 damage. Next is True Prehistoric Punt. No way, the damage is the same at 3,806. And now the C move. It's dealing 4,229. At this point, I feel like many of the damages dealt are exactly the same. Now, Stampede. It's the exact same deal as the C move, which is what I just said earlier. It's time for the transformation. It deals 2,855 damage. Not gonna lie, this fruit is my favorite beast fruit. Let's have a look at the M1. So, we have 4 attack variations for this one. I already tested the first hit, second hit, and third hit. They all deal the exact same damage at 1,692, but the last one gets doubled to 3,383 damage. So, if we combine all of those, we get 8,459 damage for the M1. But did you know that you can do the body slam for 1,903 damage? Let's check out the Z move. It deals 4,441 damage. What about the X move? It deals 4,229 damage. Now the C move. 4,652. It feels so satisfying to land this hit. Finally, we have the Ultra Spammer, which deals 423 damage per hit. Of course, it depends on how many times you can land this hit on your enemy. That's everything for the Mammoth fruit. If we combine all of the damage without the transform, we get 29,287. For the transformation, you only get 26,960 to damage because it depends on how many times you can land your F move. To be fair, if you were in the sky, this move can't even hit you at all. Let's continue with another prehistoric fruit, a big giant green chicken. Here is the M1. 5,075 damage. That's the highest damage I've gotten so far. Now, for Tail Swipe, it deals 3,806 damage. Predatory Screech deals 6,695 damage, which is crazy high for just a second move. Hunter's Rage deals 4,650 to damage, and Gigantic Leap deals 3,806 damage. Now, moving on to the transformation. 3,608, and you will get a passive damage boost in this form. It's a little bit difficult to get an exact number for this fruit because of the damage boost passive, but I will find the highest damage that I can. So, I hope you understand that the damage might not always be accurate. The M1 deals 7,419 damage, Tail Swipe deals 4,605 damage, and Vacuum deals a massive 7,461. Hunter's Rage deals 3,912 damage. It's quite low for this move, but it makes sense because you have a stun. Finally, Gigantic Leap deals 4,476 damage. The total damage for the T-Rex fruit is 27,640 to without a transformation, and 31,481 with a transformation. The next fruit is Leopard. This fruit used to be one of the best fruits in the game back then, until other beast fruit has joined the chat. Alright, the human form for this fruit doesn't have an M1, so our first move is Finger Revolver, which deals 6,159 damage. Let's try it again this time, but with the user upside down. 6,335. Next, Spiraling Kick. Deals 4,441. After that, there's After Image Assault, which deals 5,181 damage. Then, Body Flicker deals 3,806. Let's move on to our catty mode. 3,172. Look at this badass orange cat. There are 4 variations for the M1, and in my opinion, it's really hard to land the first, second, and third hits because the hitbox is narrow. The first, second, and third hits deal the same damage at 1,692. The fourth hit deals 3,172. The total damage for the M1 is 8,248. Alright, let's do the Z move. It deals 8,208. That's a huge increase. Spiraling Kick deals 5,498. After Image Assault deals 5,921 damage and gives you a speed boost for a few seconds. Finally, Body Flicker kicks for 4,650 to damage. The total damage for this yellow-orange cat is 31,183 without the transformation and 35,699 with the transformation. We're getting close to the dragon now. The Yeti fruit doesn't have an M1, so we'll skip to Arctic Clap. which deals 4,129. Our second move is a giant snowball. 5,022. Next is Glacial Execution. I like this move so much because the animation looks sick. 4,799. Our F move has two versions, a ground 1 and an air 1. The ground 1 deals 4,460 for damage, but the air 1 decreases the damage to 4,018. It's definitely better to land this hit on the ground. The Maharaga Hand. This is a combination of the leopard and ice fruits. It deals 2,538 damage for the transformation. Alright, let's have a look at the M1. This fruit also has 4 variations. The first and second hits deal 1,269. The third hit deals 1,586. Finally, the last one is 1,903 damage. So, the total is 6,027. This is a bit lower than the leopards, but the range is much better for the Yeti. Arctic Clap deals 4,335. A big giant snowball deals 5,600 for damage. Glacial Execution deals 5,181. The animation is sick. The F move deals 4,652. The total damage without transformation is 26,979 and 28,337 with the transformation. Alright, Kitsune, I have to get the third tail first for a better potential. Okay, let's have a look at the M1. This fruit is kind of cheating because it has 5 variations for M1. 7,983. That's extremely high. Now, for the first move, Accursed Enchantment. It deals 4,652, but it takes a while for this move to deal the damage. For the second move, Tales of Burning Agony. It deals 4,687. Next, Ultra Spammer Kitsune Runner. Dealing 7,190. That's crazy. No wonder why they just kept running and waiting for the C-move cooldown. And Wild Assault, dealing 4,685. Now, let's move to the transformation. Surprisingly, it deals the same damage as the Leopard transformation. For the M1, it's completely the same, but it just gets changed a little bit. Let's find out how much it deals. No way, 9,965 damage. That's almost 10k already. Now, Z-move. Deals 6,661. I never knew the Kitsune damage was actually this crazy. The X-move deals 5,298. And the C-move deals 7,613. Finally, the F-move. I like the way it's spreading this blue burning flame on the ground. It deals 5,531 damage. The total for this fruit without the transformation is 32,379 damage, and the transformation form deals 38,140, which is extremely high. So, for the dragon fruit, it has a western and an eastern form. Both of them share the same abilities in their human form. Additionally, there is a hybrid form which is quite complicated. I will divide this into 3 parts: human base, western, and eastern. Let's have a look at the human form first. M1. 3 variation. 4,758 damage. Z-move. I have to charge this one for a while just to make sure it deals the highest possible damage. 4,452. Infernal Pincer. 4,875. Scorching Downfall. Deals 6,449 damage, and the F move deals 3,595. It's time for the King of Beast. The transformation deals 2,115 damage. The M1 damage increases to 5,329. The fully charged Z move deals 5,329. Infernal Pincer deals 5,119 damage. Scorching Downfall. It deals 7,129. Lower than Kitsune, but this is not the full power yet. The F move deals 3,775 damage. So, the total damage for human form is 26,244 and 28,796 for the hybrid form. Now for the Western version. This looks like a nuclear nuke. It deals 2,538 damage. Look at the way it's flying. This thing is a monster. let's check out the M1. This thing is so hard to aim, but the highest that I got was 6,128. I really want to get an exact number, but it's really hard to land this hit. So, moving on to the Heatwave cannon. What? A 10,482 at a full charge. This is definitely the king of beasts. What is this weird Jurassic dance? 3,712. Sorry, I was so hyped before, but this is so disappointing. Scorching downfall. Holy, 19,002. I changed my mind. This is the best again. It's giving me the vibe of an emotional anxiety graph on TikTok. Finally, the F move, another TikTok dance again, which deals 4,641 damage. So, the total damage for the Western Dragon is 46,503. Oh my god, this is crazy. But will the Eastern be able to defeat this or not? Let's find out. The transformation deals 4,699. Not bad. This flying looks kind of cool, but is so hard to control and a huge target. Now, M1. 6,661. That's higher than the Western version. How about the Z move? 10,045 damage. That's a bit lower. Infernal Pincer. 4,541. And Scorching Downfall. 14,634. That's insane, but not even close to the Western one. Finally, Draconic Saw. 5,062. The flame effect looks beautiful. This thing is extremely fast. The total damage for the Eastern version is 45,642, which is just a little bit lower than the Western. Alright, here's all of the damage on every single beast fruit table at 600 mastery. Keep in mind that everything could change in the future, so this is mainly for scientific experimentation only. Anyway, if you appreciate my dedication, please subscribe so I can make more videos like this. Bye.